Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
the world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Hello, friends, and I still don't have a voice because that's just the way pregnancy goes. Welcome to Flash Phantasmagoria. Today I have a subtitle called Medical Unbelievable. We'll get to that in a moment. Phantasmagoria is defined as a sequence of real or imaginary images like those seen in a dream. So what we are writing about today are things that are dreamed or things that are invented or things that are impossible. And that's kind of what I like to explore. I'll take a quick moment to thank some of our sponsors, which is mostly just us, but it's fun. First, our brand new graphic for 3D2U, which we absolutely love. They are friends of the channel. They are also friends of ours personally. They do awesome personalized gifts, tabletop stuff. They also do pins. They do all different kinds of printings. They do some really cool like dice towers and boxes and stuff like that. So please check them out online and support them. 3d2u.org. We absolutely love them. Also, our perennial sponsors, renadventures.com, whom of course we love as well. They are having their D&D tour coming up in December 5th through 9th in New Orleans. There are still some spots available, so if you would like to join them for some D&D in the quarter, I know that the Discord server has been heating up with all kinds of discussions about what might be happening or whether or not you can walk around with fake weapons in New Orleans. There's a whole discussion going on, so check that out. Also, we'd like to thank ourselves because we wrote a book a while ago. I believe this was released in 2021. So this is Dare, a collection of short fiction and poetry. It is a horror collection. So please check it out. This is the perfect season to do that. You can find it available on Amazon or you can listen on Audible to check that out. Now, let's see. Oh, there's all kinds of fun people. Yeah. Nat once said, I keep reading that as Natansis, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Anyway, welcome aboard, friends who have joined us in the channel today. So while I was prepping for this, but by prepping I mean I have two separate drinks. I'm not a chaos bisexual. I am a pretty much lawful neutral bisexual, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind. Anyway, while we were prepping with our ritual, because I have a short amount of time, unfortunately, today. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Johnny O Twitch. Good morning, King of the Species. Yes. Good morning. Nat once said yes. Oh my God. There's a lot of beautiful chaos going on here. I have to take my cat to the vet for an expected normal appointment at 10:50. So I will only be on here for about half an hour, but I think that that's more than enough time for us to accomplish our goal, which is simply to write for 5 minutes based on a prompt that we put together. And I have some ideas this time around, so we'll see how this goes. Firstly, your ritual, whatever that might be. For me, it is lighting a candle. So I'm going to do that now. And kind of setting your intention like, okay, I've arrived at this space. I'm going to sit down and do my work. And as soon as it's done, then I will feel accomplished. That is your entire goal in this process. Doesn't have to be, we're going to do this for like an hour. You can. If you've explored something and decide, you know what, actually, I want to keep going with that. That's fine. Keep going. Have fun with it. But the point is in 5 minutes, if that's what you want to do, like, okay, I only have 5 minutes to sew. I only have 5 minutes to crochet. I only have 5 minutes to paint something. Taking that 5 minutes to accomplish your art, whatever it might be, is well worth that time that you spend. You'll be surprised at how much you can actually accomplish within 5 minutes. So this is a flash piece. So flash fiction is usually characterized as something that is under 300 words. It's they used to call it a cigarette piece. It would be something that you could read while smoking briefly. For me, it's like a phone break. So something that you could read on your phone when you have like 2 or 3 minutes to yourself in between work, in between things. Like, I just need a mental break. I'm just going to scroll through my phone and read this quick article, and then I'm going to go back to whatever it is I'm doing. So that's what we're creating today. I also have my blank sheet of paper. I have the one from before, which I do need to post in the Discord. Thank you all for reminding me of that. I have a pen that works. Okay, good. Yeah. And so Nat, you're sitting on your bed, getting out of the common cold so that you can go back to Ren Fair. I've worked at a Ren Fair when I've had a cold. That's no fun. Don't do that. If you need to take a break, feel free. Also because, hello, Kathy Evans. Also because a lot of fairs this weekend might get hit with thunderstorms, at least on the upper East Coast. So be careful wherever you are. The reason I'm losing my voice is because, it's continually lost, is because pregnancy causes you to have a lot of phlegm. and I am 37 weeks as of today. So yeah, it's a thing. So if I sound crunchy and awful, that's why. It's just gonna be this way probably until the baby gets here. Anyway, just a caveat to that. So here's where I'm starting with today. My husband had a dream about we went to a normal appointment to for our baby to scan them and stuff like that. And at some point, he ended up with the baby in like a bag of water. He was carrying it around, but I was still pregnant. So it wasn't like the baby had been born yet. They were just sitting in a bag of water that he held for a minute and he could see them and they like blinked at him and stuff like that. And it kind of got me around to what I'm going to call medical unbelievable. There's medical impossible, which is already, there's articles about stuff like that where people have survived things that they shouldn't have. People have gone through surgeries that they probably shouldn't have made it through. The amazing things that can happen in terms of, modern medicine and what bodies can do. There was a time where I read, I believe, a Neil Gaiman story, and it was about someone had discovered the cure for cancer, cancers of all kinds, any cancer, cancer in general. The idea was the medicine that you took, if you took it, would cure your cancer, but it would have a side effect of changing your gender. And I gotta make sure that this was actually Neil Gaiman. It may not have been him. It may have been another writer, but I read that story and I found it fascinating. And that's what I would kind of like to explore briefly today is something kind of impossible. So, okay, let's say there's a medical problem and the point is we have discovered the solution. So, you could grow back a limb that has been removed. You could your spine could heal itself from massive traumas, things like that. But I'm going to add medical unbelievable in that whatever it is, it's unusual. So it's not just your spine reknitting itself based on prayer and healing and whatnot. It's your spine has reknit itself because they've introduced a parasite into your system, and for whatever reason that reknits your spine, but it has side effects. Or let's say, yeah, you've lost a limb. Someone's lost a limb, and you've gotten it back. But the way you've gotten it back is very odd and strange. So and this can be cures the common cold, but it gives you your third eye opens temporarily for an hour. So whatever it is that you want to explore, that's what I'm going with is a theme, a general theme is the we're going to call it medical unbelievable. I'm going to put that up in here. So that's where we're starting. Now I need a location, generic location. It doesn't have to be a state. It doesn't have to be a specific place. Last time it was the Outer Banks in North Carolina, and we said it in the fall. This could be anything on the side of a mountain, by a brook, in the desert, anything like that. So where are we setting our story? Okay. Yeah, let me get some suggestions here. So Nat says the DMV. That is a great start, an unconventional start. And let me get if anybody else wants to throw in some suggestions. Nat has been very active on this channel since last night. I hope you sleep, friend. But I love finding stories that are set in unconventional places. Unconventional, I mean, you could set a story practically anywhere, but I approaching this weird topic at the DMV is kind of fun. But I'll give you a couple of seconds. Anybody else have any suggestions? Okay, Kara, in a library, also a fun, unconventional way to discover some kind of medical situation. Maybe 30 more seconds. Kathy, in a parking lot. You know what? Okay. We're going to go with a parking lot. I like that one. Okay. So, medical unbelievable in a parking lot. You write that. In a parking lot. All right. And I need one more thing. Last time we had a tattered umbrella. I really liked that. Let's go with an object that would be in this parking lot, and that's going to trigger the story. So a person is walking through this parking lot for whatever reason, and they approach an object. And then that object helps to trigger this, like, oh yeah, I remember the time when I lost my arm when it regrew and how painful that was and whatever it is. So yeah, give me an object. That says a sandwich bag. Interesting. I'll give you a couple more seconds. I'm also going to add to the screen my 9 Inch Nails prop for today. This is brought to you by the Creative Commons Share Alike 4.0 international license. It is Ghosts was written. The first Ghosts by 9 Inch Nails was written in September of 2018 and released with the intention of it being shared in public spaces. So this one is from Ghost 5. I think that was released in 2020. I'm not sure. But we're going to go with a track called Out in the Open that is about 5 minutes long. So we'll see where it goes. Okay. Other suggestions. A sandwich bag. Kathy Evans says a teddy bear. King of the Species. An ad poster with a picture of a prominent figure. Ooh, I like that. And Kara says a Rubik's Cube. A poster with Jacques the Whipper. Hey, it's whatever prominent figure you can go with. You know what? I like this. I like a poster with a picture of a prominent figure. Because that could be anybody in your life. That could be Trent Reznor. That could be Jacques the Whipper. That could be anybody. So, okay. So we're going to go with that. Okay. So those are our prompts. And then we're going to get to it. Prompt is medical unbelievable. Some kind of medical situation has been resolved in an unconventional manner, and that's going to be in some way featured in your story. Where the setting is a parking lot anywhere, and feel free to describe what that parking lot looks like. A parking lot that is a stacked parking garage has a different feel than a parking lot in a mall. It's just a big open stretch of parking spaces. So whatever feel you're going for, take a moment and kind of explore that. And the object that sets off this sort of mental journey is the poster of a prominent figure. And that we didn't characterize the poster. So it could be a torn down poster. It could be something got brand new that got put up that you want to see. It could be any number of situations. So this track, I'm going to share. I think I am sharing with audio. So please let me know in the comments if you can't hear it for some reason or if it gets disappeared. Also, an ad might pop up. I'm going to try my best to avoid that, but I don't have the paid YouTube version. Maybe we'll get there someday. But this track is about 5 minutes and 15 seconds long. So I'm going to let that be the thing. We have 5 minutes. I'm going to set on the clock. I will give you the extra 15 seconds if the track plays all the way through without interruption. We have 5 minutes and we have our prompts. So I'm going to mute myself and we're going to play this. Good luck writing. Oh, this is a good track. I hope you guys can hear it. That's very different. All right, here we go. Okay. That was 5 minutes. I didn't get it as far as I wanted to. That was a cool ass track though. I was into that. That was great. All right. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. So the way we complete this ritual is to share our pieces. You are welcome to share in our stream right now a favorite sentence that you've stumbled across, or maybe a portion, a paragraph that you wandered into. You are also welcome and invited to share on our new Discord. We have a Discord through Nat21, so find our Discord there, and then you can there's one that is specifically for Flash Phantasmagoria, and you can share your full piece there if you would like. This is unedited, and just based on the prompts and the music, this is what I wrote. So I'm going to read that to you right now. Okay. My feet hate me today. Swollen, unruly, mismatched. What a way to live. They tromp along the crushed macadam of the lot outside work. I'm lucky to be working at all after the accident. I try to remind myself of this. The poster catches my attention. Bright, trippy clown colors against the gray of the city light pole. Cirque du Soleil is back in town. My feet itch, a low, burning pain at the base. The doctor said this was normal. The nerves they used to regrow them were harvested from cadaver brains. Strong memories trigger responses in them. I hold my car door for leverage as my feet try to take me for a walk. I remember the load in. That's as far as I got. It doesn't help that my hands don't work properly. So that's a thing. But yeah. Does anybody have anything that they would like to share? Either a snippet of a paragraph or a sentence that they really felt called to. Part of the act of writing is just exploring what you can find. I find it really interesting to see what your brain comes up with when it's given free range to do what it wants. So you've got this like direction you go in, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, if anybody has anything that they would like to share, feel free to throw it into the comments now. And funny enough, Nat, you were mentioning a poster with Shock as a Whipper. I was picturing another Ren Fair performer, Leah Orleans, who I've done some work with on occasion, and she's a contortionist. And that's what I was picturing, was like her on a poster for Cirque du Soleil and what that could mean. Oh, great. I'm glad you know them too. They're so fun. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Music translates to colors. You have synesthesia. Yeah, that totally. I definitely see and feel music as some color, but I'm not good with art in that regard. I'm not very good at painting or drawing, so I've always just done writing instead. That seems to be the thing that I've been called for. Um, yeah. If anyone wants to share their work, feel free. And we will start wrapping things up. Again, normally I would go a little bit longer. I would be happy to have a discussion with you guys about work and how this works and how things are going. Um, but yeah, thank you for sharing this time with me and for taking a moment just to create and just 5 minutes of letting your mind drift and seeing where it takes you. Um, this is how I put together all the stuff in my book, was just finding prompts on Reddit and writing some stuff. And sometimes it really, really got to me and I found something really interesting, and sometimes it didn't, and that's okay. So whatever you've created today, yay, cool. Kara is posting yours on Discord. I will post both of mine from the previous work, and then this one I will post on Discord today. I have a little bit more time. So yeah. Ooh, okay, there we go. Johnny O Twitch shared his. That man running for office, I don't know him. I don't know what he's running for, but he's what's wrong with the world. Why I am the way I am. That's so cool. That is a completely different direction than I took. I love that. Ooh. And I think the other fun thing about it is when you're creating in a group, um, your work inspires other people's work too. So even if you didn't find something that you thought was very interesting, just by sharing it with other people and being, honest about what you've created, can make all the difference in the world for someone else who's like, "Oh man, that's a cool idea. Look at that." You know, I'm not saying that you crib ideas off of one another, but I'm saying it can be really helpful if you're stuck in a rut to just be in a group of people who are all creating simultaneously and see what comes out of it. So cool. Yeah, please post all of this info into the Discord. We have the net. I don't have the commands to do it. Yeah, there's a Nat 21 Discord, and we do have a specific Flash Phantasmagoria that we've been using for these prompts. So I would love to see what you guys have written, and I will make every effort today to post the stuff I had previously done. I will probably post the unedited version, and then I will take another 10 minutes, add some more to it, and see if I can get it to an ending point. So yeah, we shall see. I'm going to take a couple of seconds to just thank all of the people that are cool. So, boop, 3D to you, friends of the channel. They're really awesome. Follow them on 3D to you at Instagram and Facebook, 3d2u.org. They are mostly based in New Jersey, so feel free to check out their stuff. They can also ship things. So, especially as we, get into spooky season, but then eventually into the holiday season, if you have a gamer in your life that would benefit from stuff like this, it's really cool. And a lot of it, because it's made of wood as 3D printed, like it's composite wood. If you wanted to buy it and then paint it yourself, you totally can. These are like really great pieces that you can then add your own artistic flair to, which is super cool. Also, we have renadventures.com for all the different cool things that are going on. Obviously, the D&D tour in New Orleans, that's the one that's coming up the fastest. So please, if you're interested, check that out. From where I am in Pennsylvania, it is a 24-hour drive to get down there. That's why I'm not going, because I'll have a newborn. But for a lot of other people, 24 hours isn't as bad as you think it is. And to just go adventure in New Orleans for a hot minute, like, why not? Have fun. There are also other awesome tours coming up on Red Adventures. Please check them out, including next summer. There is a tour to Muncaster Castle, and my husband will be one of the DMs, and then his best friend Ryan Gelotti will also be one of the DMs. Both of them have been featured heavily on this channel, especially in the spooky settings. So you should definitely, if you get a chance, if that's something you've ever wanted to do, is travel to London and do D&D in a castle. Like, please take the opportunity if you can. Also, we're thanking ourselves. This is Dare, a collection of short fiction and poetry. It is available on Amazon, and it's also available on Audible. It is available on Kindle as well. I have to double check to make sure that that is the updated version. So I had added 2 new stories last year. Um, but yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. You can also check out literally anything on the channel. So Mondays at 8 p.m. are Modern Mondays with Lady Prudence. She's got a hit or miss because she has a lot of traveling that she's doing right now and a lot of other work. But she comes in when she can. Tuesday is a solid Tuesday of The Curse of the Feywild, where we're continuing on with a lot of our players that have been back for a while, like Shakespeare and Jacques the Whipper's usually on that one. Um, our Soft Autumn Ingenue comes in every once in a while. She's fun. So that is our main game on Tuesday nights. Wednesdays is Crafting with the Crew, directed by Shoshi and Cubby, and they make crafts and they do trivia. 9 p.m. is our Gothic Horror Gaming. So if you like the scary, spooky stuff, a lot of you have joined us on the channel for that specifically. So please check it out. And then this is our brand new thing, Flash Phantasmagoria Stories with me. I do not know how long we're going to keep doing this. I'm going to do my best to do this through the end of September. But on September 28th is technically my due date. So I don't know when this experiment will have to temporarily come to a close. Regardless, hopefully at some point we'll be able to pick it back up. And for the time being, I'm just really pleased and thrilled that I get to spend a little bit of time with all of you and do some art and take that couple of minutes and just make something, just anything, and see where it takes you. So that all being said, I am going to leave now so that I can go put my cat into a cat carrier and take her to her vet appointment. Anyway, stay strange, stay spooky, have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye.